All right. Welcome to 10 Surefire Ways to Simplify Your Life and Get Things Done. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you all for taking a few moments out of your time to come to the webinar. And hopefully at the end of the webinar, you'll have some tips that will help you to simplify your life and get things done. If at any point in time, I guess a little housekeeping here, if at any point in time you can't hear me, or if something just kind of goes wrong with the connection or something like that, if you will just type into the chat box and, say, hey, what's going on? I can't hear you, or, let me know what's going on. Okay, let's see here. All right. Well, I'm very excited to be here tonight. I'm very excited that you all are here. And I want to just take a few moments just to introduce myself and let you know a little bit about myself for those who are on the call now at this time, as well as those who will be joining later or who may listen to the recording later. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me get some of those buttons out of the way here. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, my name is Aldreama Harper, and I'm a professional organizer and organizing coach, and I help entrepreneurs, churches, and coaches, service professionals to eliminate the overwhelm and eradicate the clutter in order to gain some clarity and focus while you're in pursuit of your business endeavors. This is done through my coaching and virtual organizing sessions. Now, together, what we look at 7 areas. We look at priorities, goals, time management, clutter management, information management, systems and processes, and lastly, procrastination. Also coach biblical entrepreneurship, where I help unleash entrepreneurs to become more kingdom-focused entrepreneurs. And so this is my husband and I, and earlier when one of my friends was helping me to put this together, and she said, well, why did you use that picture of the one where you're just frowned up and everything? But I just wanted to use something that was authentic. And that's my husband and I, Rodney, and we will be celebrating our 16-year anniversary on the 27th. No, wait, the 26th. Okay, it's been a while. So anyway, that's us trying to figure out if we were getting the camera right. So the other thing that people know about me, if they know me very well, they know that I love chocolate. So that picture right there is one of my favorite ice creams from a place called, I forgot, it's a place in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. And we have, that's what I get every time. So that's my second love, is chocolate. Now, let's kind of get into it a little bit. These are some before pictures of some of my clients. And these are some after pictures of some of my clients. And what I'd like to hear from you guys is, what are some of your challenges? These are obviously like this one right here. Let me go back a little bit. This one right here was a client that I had a few years ago, and basically it was a very, very small apartment, and they just kind of had things all over the place, and basically it just took a little bit of, just a little bit of clearing. It looks like a lot, but it really wasn't that bad. And this one is a regular client that I have. This was a one-time session. This was an ongoing session. This was a one-time session. And so that's pretty much what I do, is go into the homes and offices of my clients and help them to get rid of some of their clutter. Now, I don't do that as much as I used to. I've actually been doing it for about almost 11 years. And so I've kind of pulled away a little bit from going out to my clients, and I try to coach them through the process, as I said earlier. So just a little bit about what I do. This right here is my future office. And this one right here is actually, and please don't think that I love water. I just like the peace and the tranquility of just, kind of sitting on the beach. I don't even know how to swim. So, all right, let's move on. Okay, so if you would type into the chat box, please, what is your organizing challenge? What is it that you're faced with? What kind of, what is it that you struggle with the most? Is it paper? Is it shoes? Is it your, excuse me, is it your closet? Let me get some more water here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that my voice was gonna do that. So what's your challenge? Let's see. Where's my chat box here? Let's see. There we go. Okay, clothes. Somebody said clothes, shoes, keeping things clean. Once I clean it, more than just a day. Clothes mostly though. Oh, somebody said paper, and more paper. I love it. Thank you so much. I love it. So hopefully I can help you today with some of your challenges. Now let's talk about what clutter is costing you, first of all. It costs an average of $10 a square foot to store items in your home. So think of it in terms of in terms of a 10 by 10 room, if it's just a closet and you're just storing stuff in there for no reason at all, and you haven't looked at it, don't even know what's in there. It's costing you $10 per square foot just to store those items. And so there is a cost to clutter. Also, according to the National Soap and Detergent Association, getting rid of your clutter would eliminate 40% of housework in the average home. That is huge. Cleaning up chaos and restoring order to your life is all about finding the right tools and methods that work with you and for you. So if you apply as many of these 10 steps that I'm going to share with you, it can help you stop yourself from sliding down the slippery, that's supposed to be slippery, not slipper, slope towards overwhelm. All right. Okay, so here's number one. Now, I hope also that you have pen and paper so that you can write this stuff down. So here's tip number one. Create a home or manual or a company manual. If you have a business, you, of course, would do a company manual or a business manual. If it's your home and you don't have a business, it might not be a bad idea to also do a manual for your home. In fact, create two, a master manual for yourself and one with personal information that may be for your virtual assistant or project manager or home manager for your family. Let me get some more water. Excuse me. Your company manual should act as a complete package. So anything happened to you, so that whoever is handling your business affairs can find everything that they need, including passwords, processes, contractors to be paid, instructions, business documents, your passwords, all those type of things. Because you never know what type of disaster could, come along, or so it's a very good idea to have something, a document like that, or a manual rather, for this type of thing. So that's number one. Number two, use mobile apps. I use mobile apps a lot, and I'm sure that a lot of you also use mobile apps. But I don't use like game apps or anything like that, because honestly, I'm pretty boring and I don't like to play games. But but I use productivity apps. One of my favorite apps is Wunderlist, and it helps me to really keep my my to-do list together. And I don't think I have a picture of it, but if you look up Wunderlist, you'll be able to find it. Wunderlist, Wunderlist, and it's a great tool, a great app to help you to keep your to-do list together. So to-do lists, schedulers, expense tracking apps, dictation and recording apps. I use that a lot too, because a lot of times I don't have time to write something down, so I may just use a recording app just to record my thoughts, or record an idea, or instructions, or anything. It's a great tool. In fact, I just recommended that to one of my clients who was looking to kind of streamline their business. And so what they do is they record their instructions. What I suggested to her was that she record her instructions so that she can give that to her virtual assistant, instead of writing all that stuff down. And then the virtual assistant can take it and transcribe it. That way she's reducing the amount of workload for herself. So dictation and recording apps, social media. Yes.
What dictation app do you suggest?
Well, on your phone, let's see. Hang on here. I'm going to look on my phone. What do you have? Do you have an iPhone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't have an iPhone anymore, so. But there are some voice recording, those little voice recording apps on your phone, and I mean, you just hit the record button and just go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't remember what the name of them. I have a Samsung now, so I can't remember what the name of them are. But just those little recording apps. Make sense? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Plus all those personal apps that free up more of your time for your life and your business. I think here I have, now I tried this Expensify. Have any of you heard of this Expensify app?
No.
No? Okay. It's pretty cool. I tried it on my phone, even though it's more for personal use than for business use. I thought it was going to be for business use, but it's actually a pretty cool app if you want to keep track of your, expenses, your, let me take a look at it because I still have it on my phone. Your expenses. Let's see here. Do I still have it, or did I delete it? I don't think I did. I guess I should have brought it up because I really can't see what that says there. It's real tiny, but there are 4 areas there that you can keep track of, all of your expenses. And if I'm not mistaken, you see there's a little car there. you can track your time. Like if you're working on a project or something and you want to keep track of how long it's taking you to work on it, and you want to just kind of manage your time and maybe not, spend all day on a project, maybe you just wanted to spend, like 30 minutes or so, then that can help you keep track of your time. Because I do recommend that for a lot of my clients when they're trying to, they have a whole lot of projects that they're working on, and perhaps they find themselves in a place where they're spending way too much time on one project. And I know that the app allows you to figure out if it's billable or if it's non-billable. So I guess that's the component that you can use for business. So it's a pretty cool app. Let's see. And you can use it for BlackBerry, Windows Phone, Google, let's see, iPad, all that kind of stuff. So check it out and see if that, if that works for you. So that's number 2. All right, number 3, maintain your office. Once you've decluttered your physical space, your physical workspace, fit maintaining it into your daily routine. I can't tell you how crucial that is to have a daily routine. It's usually when we can't figure out, what we're going to be doing next, that takes up a lot of time. So try to make sure that you have a daily routine. File everything the moment you see it and take note of where clutter tends to build up. So whenever you get a document into your, workspace or into your home or whatever, it's best to go ahead. Just all you have to do is jot down, even if it's a bill or something, when it's due, you can just jot that down on the envelope. Now, I would prefer that you take it out of the envelope, but if you don't have time, for all of that, then at least do that. Put what am I trying to say? A due date on it, and make sure that you have some kind of a reminder. Otherwise, it's just going to, get bogged down with all the rest of the clutter. Clutter is a sign that something is not working for you. So analyze what you're missing and do something about it. It might be a beginner in tray or a different place to put your pencil holder or a bulletin board instead of a wall calendar. But whatever gives you problems, don't wait till the clutter builds up again in order to identify it. Fix it right away. Make sure it works, and then get back to keeping your office clean, inspirational, and organized, and a pleasant place to work. Is this resonating with anybody, or?
For sure.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to number 4, excuse me. Keep paperwork only in the office. Now, I thought this was a really good idea for me, because a lot of times what we tend to do is, if we're working on something, a project or something, and this is for those of you who have paperwork issues or papers and documents and stuff, only keep your paperwork in the office. Because if you chronically lose paperwork and because you're tracking it all over the house, don't let it get out of the office. For one thing, not only do you risk wasting time by hunting for it, but you're bringing your work and you bring your work home and you're setting yourself up for stress. Now, I know that, some of you may work from home or things like that. Try to keep the paperwork in a centralized place instead of taking it to other areas of the home. Okay. Is that making sense to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me move on. All right. Number 5, change your chair. If you have a rickety, raggedy chair that's, making your back hurt, then you might want to change your chairs because, a lot of times what happens is if you're having backaches and things like that, it might be time for a change. So just make sure you get the best chair that you can afford. Just go to, the office store, Office Depot or whatever, and, find you a good chair. Number 6, change your habits. That is really crucial because it isn't just space or software that don't really work for us. Sometimes it's your habits. So change your habits. Number 7, use the rule of 3. If you're having a hard time discarding multiple belongings, whether or not that is, business books or, old lotions or what have you, use the rule of 3. Keep your 3 favorite items in that category and then discard the rest. If you really have trouble, letting go of things, continue this way. Donate 3 items in that category. Then throw away 3 items in that category. That way you have a rotation going on. If you still have items in that category left after that, take another pass, do it again. You'll most likely find it easier to discard or donate the extra items the second time because you won't want to go back through that all, over and over again. All right, number 8, purge your office bookshelf. If your addiction is to books, you are likely to have so many that it'll be hard to apply the rule of 3. So, I need to get some water again. Sorry. Sort your books into 2 categories, relevant and current versus evergreen or authority books. Take the rest and sell. Selling might not be, a good option because people are really not buying books a lot because they're, doing things at the, Kindle, they're purchasing their books and things like that. If you try to go to half-price bookstore, you might get a quarter for it. But anyway, do the best you can. Take the rest and sell at your local used bookstore or donate them. I would suggest that you donate them. All right, number 9, to avoid overwhelm, set daily limits. If you have a lot to de-junk, either online or offline, be realistic and consider whether or not physical limitations or emotional ones will likely have you quitting halfway through. Break down your de-junking process into daily chunks for as long as you need to. Set limits in time or task, an hour a day or a task a day. Try to make your de-junking sessions all the same time on a daily basis. Even if you de-junk for as little as 15 minutes a day, this will become a habit. You remember we talked about habits a little earlier. And your 15 minutes will become a satisfying part of your daily routine. And number 10, use lists wisely. Before you attempt to declutter an area of your life, either online or in your office space, make a list of tasks to do, organized by priority. Now, if you don't know what your priorities are, then that could be another problem. But a list will help you to stay focused and stop you from becoming distracted, veering off at a tangent halfway through. But remember to cross off items you have completed. It'll give you a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. And if you have to give up, if you have to give up for the day, highlight your top priorities for tomorrow's decluttering session. Now, I can't stress this enough because I feel like a lot of people, don't do this, but I suggest that you have your list done the night before. That way your brain has time to kind of process it the night before. And when you get up the next morning, you're not thinking so hard on what to do because your brain has had enough time to kind of think through the process. So, in conclusion, What's your takeaway from this webinar? I hope this stuff has resonated with some of you, but I'd like to know if you would just, maybe type it in the chat box. What was your takeaway? Or did I go too fast? Or did you not get anything out of it? Okay. All right. Well, in the end, there is no set system. There's no set tool or tip that's superior to another. Dejunking and simplifying your life is all about making a commitment and setting goals. Taking seriously the steps to end procrastination and falling in love with your office space and home all over again. So it doesn't matter what you'd like to change or achieve. The secrets to success are the same. Get clear, get perspective, and get support. If you'd like to take advantage of the very special, limited, totally free 30-minute session with me, please let me know. We'll help you to create a crystal clear vision and uncover some of those hidden challenges, and you'll leave the session renewed and energized. So if that's something that will work for you, then just contact me at aldreama@yahoo.com to get started. All right. Well, are there any questions or anything that I can help anyone with? I wanted to take a little bit of time. We have a few minutes.